Hi everyone, my name is Vikas Srivastava, and in this video we are going to take a look at an example of how you can leverage ZDX and ZDX APIs to send data to Moogsoft. So Moogsoft at a very high level is an AIOps platform which aggregates and analyzes vast amounts of operational data to reduce noise and, more importantly, correlate those alerts with each other. In this hypothetical example, we have a customer who has data coming on from multiple other sources to Moogsoft and would like ZDX data in the Moogsoft environment as well for correlation purposes. So we would be using, in this case, Webhooks and ZDX APIs to send ZDX data to Moogsoft. This is a small snippet of what the data looks like from the two sources. On the left, we have webhook data, and on the right side, we have the data pulled in using APIs. So using APIs, we are going to pull in alerts and the respective affected devices. In this example, Moogsoft is going to use the alert ID field, which is there in the webhook data, and the ID field from the API data and join them together. So let's log into Moogsoft and look at the configuration. So here we are at the Moogsoft platform. We have the open incidents window open here, and we do not have any incidents. The screen is refreshing, set to refresh every 5 seconds. So let's go to the place where we configure this integration. So we go to integration, ingestion services, and in here we have the option to user define the entry points on which the data would be coming in. So you would be defining the API endpoints, which we would be leveraging from on the ZDX side to send data to Moogsoft. So you click on add new configuration, give it a name, and choose the data type you are ingesting in. Is it events or is it metrics? So for our purposes, we have two endpoints defined in here, one for webhook, one for ZDX APIs. So let's take a look at the webhook endpoint first. So in here on the top, we have the API URL generated by Moogsoft and the API key. And here we have some of the data which we have sent over some time to the Moogsoft environment. Now this is JSON data, and under here, we are able to map these JSON data fields. We are able to map these JSON data fields to the Moogsoft target field. So in this case, if you see, we have mapped alert ID to source, description to description, and some of this is pre-populated by Moogsoft. So let's go back and look at the ZDX API integration which we have done. So in here, pretty much the same options. But if you notice, we have the ID field from the data which is coming in from ZDX APIs set to the source. So the ID field from the APIs and the alert ID field which is received from webhook are going to be correlated. Now from correlation perspective, let's click on correlation and a correlation engine. And by default, Moogsoft is looking for incidents coming in from similar sources and correlate them together, right? So let's go back to the incidents dashboard. Again, we have nothing in here, and let's send some data, right? So here, instead of waiting for data to come in from ZDX, we have the same data in here in a Python program. I'm going to trigger that. So this is a webhook notification, which is basically being sent to Moogsoft. And when we come here, well, we have this incident now here. So we have an incident with severity of major, and then it has other details about the incidents, like the description, the time it was created, and a lot of other fields. But if you see in here, we have only one alert in here, right? So let's go ahead and send an API data to Moogsoft. So I'll go here, hit send, it executes, and we get the response successful. We come back in here, and now if you notice, the number of total alerts which are assigned to this incident have increased. So from 1 to 2. So we have two different incidents which are now on, we have two different alerts which are now part of the same incident. So the point here being that even though we have data coming in from multiple different sources, Moogsoft is able to help and correlate those alerts, correlates those data points, and reduce the number of alerts, reduce the number of incidents which you see for or similar events. The sample code which is used here will be posted on GitHub. Feel free to provide your feedback. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for viewing.